Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time with Being Kit. I'm B.
And I'm Kit.
And in this episode, we're going to be talking all things superstition.
We love superstitions. We actually grew up on a ton. It's integrated in our culture. It's something that we grew up with. If we didn't know what it was until I feel like I was a teenager, I was an adult. I didn't know what superstition was. It's something that we grew up to, was just our culture norms. But breaking it down, me and B always talk about, like, did you do this growing up? Did you do that growing up? And we love that because it's something that's cool. And then also when you get together with other people, like, we've learned so much about different cultures from so many of our friends. So let's dig right into it. And B,
Yes.
what's the weirdest superstition that you've ever heard of?
I've ever heard, there's a lot that I've heard of, but
The one that you believe, I guess.
okay, the one that I believe is when you are about to leave and someone sneezes, you don't leave. You wait like a few minutes, or you turn around and come back inside, or you turn your car off and you wait. Unless that person sneezes for a second time, then you go.
Okay, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, and then every time I ask my mom, my grandparents or anybody, we're like, why is that? And in Punjabi, they'll be like, "Changan changani hunda," like it's just not good.
Oh.
And then as a kid, I never questioned it, and now I'm just like, and then when I tell the kids, they're just like, why? And I'm like, don't question it. It just is.
So what?
It just is the way of living, like breathing and blinking. It just is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My weirdest one, and I do question it, but like for my mom's sake, I still do it, is if you bump heads with somebody, you have to bump heads again.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, somebody's going to come over to your house.
I've never heard of that one.
And we don't know if it's a good person, bad person, who it is. And so, yeah. And so it's like, and then sometimes if you bump your head hard, it's like you have to do it again. You're like, oh. And so, crazy. Oh my gosh. And so I feel like just so many. And it's funny because like I've had conversations with my mom now and she's like, yeah, I don't believe some of this. And so it's
you kind of like take your pick and choose which ones you want to believe in. Yeah.
Like the lucky ones, I believe in all those. So because B and I are history nerds, we like to talk about the roots of superstition, like why they exist, and really finding out like why. Because I know that her kids are asking her why. We probably grew up asking why. Yeah. And number one thing is for protection of the unknown. Before science explained things, people create stories to make sense of random events.
Yeah.
And if that makes sense, it's like if a crop fails, they might be like, oh, it's due to evil eye instead of the nature, like the sun, the water, if it's like a drought season, like whatever it may logically be, they put down like it was evil eye. Somebody evil eyed your crops. And so
I mean, we'll get to evil eye, but I believe in that.
I mean, I believe that too. So
in the sense of its energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because we believe in energy.
Yeah.
So next one. You want to go through that one? Oh wait, yours is different than mine. Okay, the next one is that fear and survival.
Mind you, it's only the third time we've been recording this.
It's so funny, you guys. I don't understand.
It's been like this since day one.
No wonder you're like looking so confused.
No, but it's fine.
It's fine. We're making do.
Girl.
Look, this is how me and B operate.
Welcome to Tea Time with Being Kit.
Take 50 billion. No.
Oh god.
But it's fear and survival. Look, a lot of times,
and it was about control
and like and logic. Like, look, okay, like we all know not to cross under a ladder, right?
Yeah, for safety.
For safety. But back at the time, people probably didn't have that common sense, so they started putting out fear on people and saying that, look, you'll get bad luck if you cross underneath the ladder. But really, it's a logic. And so because people feared that luck, or like, oh my gosh, I don't want bad luck, they wouldn't go underneath that, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, and then also inviting good fortune. We all love hope. I freaking love hope. I love like things that give me the good luck. And so like finding like a 4-leaf clover. I found a clover before, which is like absolutely incredible. I actually have a frame too.
That's so cute.
Yeah, but one of the things that I grew up, and I think this is like you guys probably didn't have this in England, was like the little rabbit's foot.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
It's inhumane, but we used to like carry them.
And it's weird.
I mean, it is weird.
Like, I know people would carry rabbit's feet for good luck.
I was gifted
Like,
mine.
if you can honestly pick and choose, why would you pick having a
Dead
amputated
rabbit, yeah.
like rabbit's foot
I
on?
know.
Like, that's
And I had
odd
pink
and
one and a
awful.
blue one. It was like, oh, so creepy now that I think about it. Or even like wearing gemstones, like certain gemstones bring you luck. Like I have like a carnelian, a moonstone. I think the moonstone's supposed to bring you luck.
Yeah.
And I know you love wearing like
I mean,
lots of crystals and
I have my
gemstones.
carnelian on.
Yeah.
Evil eye on.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And then also the horseshoe. People wear like a horseshoe necklace.
Yeah, well, they have it on top of their front door.
Yeah.
We used to have one in my before we renovated our house in England. There used to be a horseshoe on top of the front door. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It's really like psychologically speaking, it's that sense of control. Like that way they can control people and their emotions because you really can control people with their emotions. I think that's like the key is like getting people to be afraid of doing something will make them not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
You know, knocking on wood. I mean, we don't want to jinx ourselves. So what do? We knock on wood, we cancel it out. The tossing the salt, you know?
Yeah.
It's all of that is that shift in our mind saying like, okay, it's canceled. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And also like, you know, I know a lot of people who have like lucky items. Like, do you have anything that you consider that's like a lucky item of yours? That like when you
Lucky,
wear it,
I
it gives you
don't.
luck?
I don't give any particular object that much power.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I wear crystals. I have crystals around my home. Um, I wear evil eye. I have evil eye around the house. I don't typically give it too much power or ward over my day to day. Like, you know, like some people are, oh, I have to take an ex-sister-in-law of mine would only carry cash in this one red envelope, and she thought that was like her magic envelope. Yeah, and she would never leave with like she would only buy a purse or a wallet or a clutch that could fit that size envelope because she goes, I need that wherever I go.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't believe in like sometimes I wear my carnelian, sometimes I don't, sometimes I wear, you know, different um gems or, you know, I don't feel like we should give objects way too much power over us. Because I don't think you wear anything.
No.
Or like bring anything with you.
No, I don't. I think that for me, um, I I believe in psychology, so it's all about mindset for me. So it's like I'm gonna have a great day today, and I'm gonna have a great day. So I don't, or like it's all about luck. Like if I feel like I'm lucky, I'm a lucky person. Like I say that verbally, and it's like about my psychology, my psyche, but I don't have anything that like growing up. I used to have like things like I remember I had, I think I'll tell you the story, but I had like this little necklace that was given to me and it was like fairy dust.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was so pretty. It was like this pink, like it was like literally this big and it had like pink glitter in it. It was like, but finely dusted, like it was like fine glitter. And I would sprinkle it and that's supposed to give me luck. But at that age, like I don't even know what I was wishing for. And it's funny because like I didn't use all of it and like I don't even know what happened to it to this point. Like you know, and so it's like, okay.
I mean, it truly is about mindset. It's like when you're younger, you have your lucky blanket or your teddy or, you know, just lucky coins. A lot of people have lucky coins, but I just feel like we give it too much power.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't have anything. I think that it's all about mindset and it's all about who you are and your beliefs. And if you believe that you're lucky, like this goes against like I mean, this is a different topic for another day, but like Murphy's Law, a lot of people like know about Murphy's Law, but which is like if anything wrong was supposed to happen, it will happen, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, in England we call it sod saw, but yeah.
Yeah, and then, but what about the other ones, like the law of correspondence, the law of assumption? Like, if you assume,
Yeah,
like everything great's gonna happen to you, everything great's gonna happen to you. Like,
yeah.
I like to believe in like the more
The positive, yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I think also too, our whole point of all of this is that a lot of it is that placebo effect. Is like if you believe something's lucky, then it's gonna trigger your mind.
Yeah.
Saying like, okay, I have like this lucky red envelope with me, and
I'm just going to be in a good mood. Lucky things are going to happen.
yeah.
Good fortune is going to come my way. I'll have better health, whatever the case may be. You're already switching into that positive mindset, and you know how you carry yourself.
And it's like it causes you to less stress, and I think that when you don't stress as much, you detach from like whatever the fear may be.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I mean, it must help some people. I just feel like I don't want to have a crutch.
yeah.
Like, oh, I can't function without this thing, or I can't sit an exam without my lucky coin, or
yeah, or my lucky pencil.
yeah, whatever the case may be.
Like,
yeah.
So we could talk about like some relatable superstitions, which we all use. I feel like superstitions and these kind of you know, they're so integrated in our day to day. Like,
Yeah, you like some people would say that, oh, I don't believe in superstitions, but like you say, it's in our day to day.
yeah, like
Knocking on wood.
I was gonna say knocking on wood, or like you know, some people do. Which knocking on wood is to seal in that good luck or to keep those evil spirits away.
Mm-hmm.
Crossing our fingers.
Oh yeah, that's really bon.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna cross my fingers. I mean, but there's something like emojis about that. That one actually dates back to early Christianity, and when people cross their fingers to evoke divine protection.
Yeah,
and now it's a symbol of hoping for good fortune. So, like, I'm gonna cross your fingers for you. Lucky charms, like you know, four-leaf clovers. We talked about you know small objects to for people to
yeah, and like that little lucky cat.
Oh my gosh, I think that one's so cute. The little cat.
Yeah, the golden lucky
Yes.
cat that's like
And
yeah. Or when people like rub Buddha's belly.
oh yeah, like rubbing Buddha's belly or the yeah, it's like so cute.
Yeah.
For us, like growing up, I know that we did gajal. I was actually talking about like we did gajal. Like I remember like my I guess like as little as I was, my mom had like the silver like little gajal case or like it's a kajal thing, and it was just filled to kajal. Like the kajal is eyeliner, but it has like this distinct smell to it too. Yeah. I like the smell of it. I don't know, people might not like it.
I mean, yeah, traditional kajal does have a smell.
Yeah, and so like we would open it, and then you would put like little black dots behind your ears. And then like even babies, they put them on their forehead, they put them underneath their eyes, and it's just to ward away evil spirits. And so I know back in India, there's a lot more of that.
Yeah.
And so, which I guess we could kind of talk about like some of the beliefs, like Nazar.
I mean, we just briefly spoke in the beginning about Nazar, and Nazar is translated to evil eye.
Yeah.
And it's mainly a belief from like the Middle Eastern or Eastern European, Middle Eastern, and like the Asian, like South Asian cultures. Yeah. And Nazar is not intentionally given in a bad way. Sometimes it's a form of admiration. So you could, like, when a mother's had a baby and you're constantly looking at your baby and admiring your baby. My mum would, my grandmother would tell me, put the baby down and step away. Yeah, stop, like, holding your baby and just, like, smiling at it and thinking all these great things, like, oh, my God, baby's beautiful. Oh, my God, baby smells nice. Oh, my God, baby, you know, you unintentionally giving your baby Nazar.
Wow.
Yeah. And so in India, they would put big kajal
it's like
on their forehead because that's the thing you see first before you see the baby. So if it's behind your ear,
yeah,
you're going to be like, oh my God, what a cute baby. But if it's here, you're like, oh my God, it's like the black dot. And then you're like, okay, yeah, cute baby too. You know?
I remember my sister, and I like she had okay, so we believe in Nazar, right? And so she had my nephew during COVID. And he was such a cute baby, and 2018, and then she would walk around with him like in her stroller, and then she would like it was like one of those zip up kind.
Oh yeah.
And then people would be like, "Oh, you have a baby," and then my sister was just like, "Look at them." She was like, "Yeah," but she wouldn't unzip it or anything. She was like, "I'm not gonna let these people look at my baby." She's like, "I do not need any kind of nazar on anything." And I mean, look, like I get it because like she was saying that one of her friends' babies people kept on kissing it and touching it.
Well, that is,
and it
you shouldn't kiss.
with like
You couldn't. You
rash,
shouldn't kiss
like,
babies anyway.
like look, like you don't know what people's intentions and like they might come with good intentions, but their energy is just not
Yeah.
like it doesn't match, you know?
No.
And
Yeah. Another way people ward off nazar or evil energy is by hanging chili and lemons.
girl, yes. I remember like I worked for a South Asian decorator, Suman, and she used to put them on her door.
Yeah, and it's
like,
very common in the South Asian community. They put them outside their homes or outside their place of business. So sometimes Indian restaurants have them.
Yeah.
And you'll see them. So if you see it, it's basically warding off bad energy.
And I remember watching a movie about that. It was like this Indian movie, and the girl like it's a ghost movie, so it was scary, but it was actually really good. And it was like I remember the chili pepper. It was like the two chilies and then the lime, and if it changes to red, then that means there's like a spirit in your house, you guys. And literally the girl was like worried. It was like a corny movie, but I distinctly remember that memory of like the two chilies, and then all of a sudden when the ghost came to her house, the lime turning red, and we're like, oh, and so it was like, oh my gosh. You know you love my story time.
Oh my god, she's got story for everything.
I have a lot of
Story time
memories.
with Kit. We should have a segment, story time with Kit. So growing, and this is another South Asian, probably Middle Eastern, salt is very cleansing, right? In all different cultures, salt has been known to be has cleansing properties. As a child and even as an adult, my mum removes nazar by grabbing a fistful of salt and like going in circles around you, and then washing the salt away, but not looking at the salt. People tend to do that to the bride and groom when they get married. Even spitting when you go tu.
Okay, no, that's
No, that is like when you go tu 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 tu. That is the South Asian one.
I've never seen that one. Okay. I mean, clearly you have. You know about this.
Some of us are more cultured than others. Story time with B.
Let me tell you about your spit.
Let me tell you about tu tu tu. Oh my goodness. So going back to the evil eye, because nazar generally means the bad gaze or sight or transferring of bad energy. And evil eye is a form of protection. And people in Turkey, Greece, like in those countries,
there's a lot, like,
they really believe in evil eye. Going into like Middle Eastern cultures and over like South Asia, we have an evil eye here.
That's the other way, right?
Whoopsie. There we go. We have an evil eye here. Ta-da! And basically, typically and traditionally, it's blue. Now, there are all different colors of evil eye that provide protection for all different kinds of things. But traditionally, overall protection is traditionally this blue color, and it's just an eye. And what this does is ward off the bad energy. Yeah, and Kit can tell you we have many stories where she's gifted me evil eye jewelry, keychains, and they break. Now, this is the thing with evil eye, especially jewelry, because you're wearing it on your person. If it breaks, it means it's done what it's supposed to. And I've worn all different types of jewelry and nothing breaks. I've purchased my own evil eye necklaces in the past, which have broken. Nothing else has broken, just my evil eye. And I literally sent her a message like, girl,
guess what?
My bracelet broke. She was like, damn, it did what it's supposed to. But I feel really bad because it's like a gift, but there's that sense of relief, like, okay, my evil eye protected me. She gave me a keychain. My keychains never break. The keychain broke. A bracelet broke.
An anklet broke.
An anklet broke. So random.
It's you know what's so crazy is before I knew about what the evil eye was, I was gifted, and this is like a very long time, like a decade ago, and at this point I didn't know what it was, and it was like the hand one with a little eye on it.
Oh, I love that.
And it was so pretty.
So
it was like
pretty.
tiny and gold, and I was gifted it. Like my friend bought it for me, and I wore it, and I wore it for a long time, and then all of a sudden it broke. And then I felt so bad because, like, you know, it was expensive, so he bought like all this, paid money for it, and I like was trying to get it repaired because I felt so bad. But in hindsight, it was protecting me from
It's
people.
protecting you, and there are little rituals that you can do to kind of thank it for protecting you, and you have to discard of it in a particular way. And this all goes down to like your beliefs. Like, I'm not going to say delusional, but some people may believe, but that I am slightly delusional. But in that regard, when it comes to like believing in evil eye, some people don't. But yeah, like if your piece of evil eye jewelry has helped you and it's broken, don't fix it and put it back on. Discard of it.
I'm not I'm not as I believe in like more about protecting your energy and really, and I do believe there is power in like when a jewelry piece breaks. Like I've had different pieces breaking and I never knew what it was, or I think of things as signs. But I do believe that energy and people's intent for you may not always be good. So I mean, definitely doing like return to sender. Maybe you could say like, you know, if you're having hiccups out of nowhere, and then like you can always do like a return to sender, be like, you know, please send this energy return back to sender or something like that, because a lot of it is, you know, it's so crazy. I remember when I was like as a little girl, I remember my mom telling me this story, and then she told it to me again yesterday. But she was saying that her Mossy, which is her mom's sister, she had long, she was like really like beautiful woman. She was like long, gorgeous hair, and then somebody came knocking to her door, and that lady was like talking about her hair. She's like, "Oh, you have such beautiful hair." Literally within the next day, like her hair started falling out.
Yeah, see that you can give somebody a compliment, but when someone has evil intention behind it, where it's they're jealous and you know they can't stomach the fact that you have something they don't, and they still compliment you, that's Nazar.
Yeah, it is Nazar. Yeah. My mom always tells us, like, you know, like, you can always do, like, the salt ritual. My mom does a water ritual over us.
Water is also very
cleansing. My mom was like, just pull out a piece of hair. And so I remember, like, me and Ledja, we would just, like, pull out, like, you know, like, we just go like this, and we would pull out hairs. I'm like, oh, my God, Ledja, that girl complimented you. So we would, like, quickly pull out a piece of hair.
Nah, like, every time, like, literally it was, like, a few weeks ago, she walked into the house, I was like, damn, get into my bathroom. I need to put black dot behind your ear. You're not doing anything. And I think we were recording like this.
See each other. When we see each other, like we're about to go out, and when we see each other, I remember it was like the day I was wearing that pink dress and you were wearing that beautiful brown dress. And like when we saw each other, I was like, damn.
I was like, shit, let me get my black eyeliner out. And I'm just like,
she's like, and she goes like, I always forget to do that.
Yeah, like, I'm like, you didn't do it, did you? And I was like, come here, I have my black eyeliner in my bag. And I don't mess around with the Galactica, like black dot. I don't mess with that.
And so it's like, girl,
I do to everyone. I'm like, you turn around, and I like
our other friend. She told me to turn around. She did.
Yeah, because we could be out as a group and we're ha ha he heing, that could piss somebody off.
But not even that. It's like sometimes like it could even be somebody in your circle who might not have any kind of intent, but like is like, damn, she looks good, and kind of have like a little feeling like that is sending you some bad energy, and you need to stop that. You need to protect yourself. I know a lot of people wear crystals. My first experience with crystals before I even like knew anything about crystals was I had this weird. I never told this story. And so,
waiting for story time with Kate.
so I had like this weird job interview, right? And I've never been to an interview like this, and so I forgot what kind of job it was. Like so random. It was like early on in my career, I was trying to find a job, and literally I walk in, and it's like a room full of like 10 to 12 people, and we're all interviewing for like the same position.
Oh.
And so it's weird. And so we're supposed to go around, and they really liked me. I mean, I like pacified more, but I was like, I don't know, this is weird. But I remember this one girl was like, you're supposed to say your name and then a random fact about you. And so my random fact is like, I tell everybody that I'm a florist, which, you know, I was for a long time in my career. Like, I know how to make flower arrangements. But that was a lifetime ago. But and that was like, it was like shortly after when I was trying to go into corporate. So this one girl was like, yeah, I have crystals. I wear them in my bra. I wear them everywhere. And everybody was just like looking at her like, what? And so, but you know, that was my first exposure to like how deep people take energy protection. And so I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't understand. I was just like, oh, that girl has crystals. Like, that's kind of weird, you know? But I mean,
lo and behold, this one's now wearing them.
I mean, no, I don't.
They're not shoved in a bra or anything.
No. But I do like crystals. But
Yeah.
I mean, I always like when I was a little girl, I was like I was drawn to crystals. I don't know what they meant.
I mean, they're just pretty to
They're
look at.
pretty. They're pretty stones, pretty gemstones. But it was just interesting how this girl was like, yeah, and everybody was like looking at her like, what? You were having them in your bra?
That's weird.
And then
that's oversharing.
It was
you could be like, I like crystals, and you could have just left it at that.
It was oversharing, you guys, and I was like,
that's pick me energy.
I know.
Like, I need to know more about what's happening in your bra. No, that's weird.
So, some of the most common global superstitions.
So we mentioned the walking under the ladder. I do believe in getting rid of your mirror if you crack it. Why the hell would you keep something that's broken anyways?
But a lot of it was like in a makeup palette, and then like the airplane breaks it.
We had this conversation. I don't think it's got anything to do with who broke it. It's your possession. It's your. You still have it.
I still use it. Yeah, but I don't use a mirror.
Snap the thing off, or just break the mirror out and throw it away.
Okay, I'll do that.
Dear oh dear.
Okay, so the broken mirrors equals 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah, isn't 7 years under the ladder as well?
Under the ladder, I don't know how many years.
Well, yes, I think it's 7. I think it's 7, but I don't know what the significance of the 7 is. Can you explain what the significance is?
Well, okay, the 7 years is because the Romans. So the broken mirrors came from the ancient Roman times, and it because they believe that mirrors reflect not just your face but your soul, and breaking one damages your soul's harmony.
Okay.
And so why 7 years is the Romans believe that the soul renews every 7 years, and until then you're stuck with bad luck.
Damn.
And
get rid of it then.
I mean, I don't give it any energy.
I know you don't give it any energy, but why would you want to look at something that's broken?
I mean, look at it. I look at my other mirror.
And don't keep broken things, period.
Okay. Friday the 13th, do you believe in it or not?
No.
I don't believe in it either. But the way it comes out, a lot of people believe in it. They get like, oh,
I can't go out, or, you know, bad things happen. Girl.
That's because you're giving energy.
But people do give the number 13 bad energy. Most hotels don't have the 13th floor.
Yeah,
and airlines don't have airplanes don't have a 13 row. And
then the way this origin came from is like in Norse mythology, Loki crashed a dinner as a 13th guest and he created chaos. And in Christianity, Jesus' Last Supper had 13 people on the table, and crucifixion was on Friday.
Okay.
And then the modern fear now is like, you know, people just want to fear everything, and so they have it's called paraskividecatriophobia. And it's literally like a sentence long, and it means the fear of Friday the 13th.
No, it means you stupid.
Would you? I would not. Like, would you skip an event? Like,
No.
or you think, no, I know that you wouldn't either.
It's just a day.
And then spilling of the salt. So B mentioned already how like salt was really precious during the ancient times.
Yeah.
And like spilling it was wasteful. So they started saying like it was a bad omen.
Yep.
So they say that like you throw a pinch of
over your left shoulder
to blind the devil that's waiting there.
Damn, I need to get a fistful.
And so, I mean, those are just common ones that you see day to day. You see the knocking of the wood, the crossing of the fingers. I do all of that. I mean, like, let's knock on wood.
Yeah, or like fingers crossed, you know, like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we do all of that. Like, even I want to say, like, even why do we do a toast and like why do we toast our champagne flutes or whatever, our wine glasses and drinks to celebrate, right?
She says when this is one of your superstitions, when we have our glasses and we go to cheers,
you have to look in that person's eyes.
Why?
Because otherwise you're going to have 7 years of bad sex. And I don't know. I mean, your soul renews every 7 years, so that's probably why it's 7 years. But
that's why.
I mean,
for you ain't getting any if you didn't look into your friend's eyes. Oh, she's so funny. We go out. She's like, look in my eyes. Cheers. Look in my eyes.
It's so funny how all 3 people do it. Like,
no, you make it all good. Don't forget. 7 years bad sex. No sex even.
I mean, even if you're not having sex, you don't want to have 7 years of bad sex. Like, rather no sex is better than no like bad sex. Okay, so we're just putting that out there. I mean, that is a superstition. That's another one people believe in.
That's the one that Kit believes in.
I believe in that one. I believe in a lot of them. I mean, I believe in, like, knocking in the wood. I mean, I don't jinx myself, but... Do
you believe in when you get itchy palms?
I believe that itchy palms, like, I know they say, like, one hand equals, but I just believe in...
Left is money leaving, right is money coming in. I tell myself, doesn't matter what palm, fortune is coming.
I told myself, like, money's coming.
That's what I'm just like. I even see money in both hands. Like, I don't give a shit which one you want to come in. Like,
money. And so that's what I just say.
Give it.
Yeah.
Make it rain.
Because, like, my right palm's been itching lately. And so I'm like, yeah.
Yes. We got rich mama over here.
Girl, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
How about in... your ears are burning. People are talking about you.
Oh, yeah. And they say, like, right ear is good, left ear is bad. But I just believe somebody's just talking about me. I'm like, oh, thanks for thinking about me.
Yeah. Thank you for providing, entertainment and using me as a form.
And whether it's good
or bad, that's your karma.
I mean, and then also, if you sneeze 3 times in a row, that means somebody's thinking about you. And then if your clasp kisses your pendant,
that one is.
That's another one that people.
When you bite your tongue.
Yeah, when you bite your tongue.
Someone's talking shit about you.
Yeah, that's when somebody's talking shit about you.
Damn.
11/11 is a big one that we believe in.
We make wishes.
Yeah.
It's like you were delusional.
We gotta make a wish. That's what I'm telling you. It's like I believe in the good ones. And like, you make. What I've come to conclusion about is like with superstitions and beliefs is that it's really about mindset. A lot of it came from like
it's just about
logic,
and control. And I just feel like you just have fun with it. I unintentionally put bells on my doors because when we first moved back to America, we lived in a townhome, and that was a way for me to hear the kids if they left the front door and I was somewhere else in the house. I brought those bells to this house, put them on the front door, and come to find out that witches would put bells on their doors to ward off bad energy. And I can tell you, I don't know how many bells have fallen off. I try and reattach them, they won't. They'll be on for like a day or two and then they'll come back off again. So I'll show you when you leave. It looks slightly barren in areas because there's no bells on that part.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. We'd love to hear from you guys about what your superstitions are that you believe in. I know so many different cultures have so many different traditions. Like, and I know the Asian culture, they have the red envelope that they need to give. We're going to do a whole segment about wedding rituals.
A wedding one is when you do the bridal toss, and then the bachelorette who catches it is supposed to get married next. That's a superstition.
I mean, even something old, something borrowed, something new, something blue.
Yeah.
That's a superstition. I mean, there's so many that goes down the line. Also, there is like the jumping of the broom in the African American culture. Like you jump the broom for good, like, or I don't know exactly what the point is, but it's probably for good luck too.
Yeah.
But there's so many. Like I know that we have like a ton in our culture. It's like even like seeing that bride and the groom seeing each other before the wedding. You can't do that, right?
And it's not. Some people say it's tradition. It's a superstition. It's not religious. This is a superstition.
Yeah, there's no like religious belief to it.
Yeah, there's no reason behind it. You just like, hey, to make sure that they have a prosperous and happy, and loving marriage, they should be kept apart until they meet at the altar.
Even to the point where like when it rains on your wedding day.
I don't know. I don't believe in that one.
They say
it rained on my first wedding. Obviously, that didn't work out too great.
I mean, I feel like there's so many of them.
There's so many, and just have fun with them. Don't take them too seriously. There are a lot of people I know that take these superstitions to where it controls their lives. Some people say like if you keep forgetting things, an uncle of mine will literally get in the car and be like, oh, I forgot the key for this. And he'll get in and be like, oh, I forgot my wallet. And it's become a running joke because he's always doing it. And it's not intentional. It's just habit now. He'll be like, oh, I forgot this. Some people say, well, that's your angels protecting you from leaving at that time. That's kind of like a superstition too, because people are like, oh, this is,
I believe in that. I believe in, like, that's the one thing I believe in is like, if you're running late to something, then that's like divine.
Well, like it's something preventing you
it's like
from getting somewhere. Yeah.
Superstitions. I mean, it's like what you give your energy to and what you believe in. And so, well, we'd love to hear from you guys. Like, what are some fun superstitions that you believe in, or your traditions? Like, you might call your superstitions traditions. Like, what are your traditions, and what like we love to hear any kind of stories that you have. Like, I think it's always cool to learn because it's how you learn about culture. Is like talking about what you do at home, what your beliefs are, and then just sharing with each other.
I completely agree. I love to hear everybody else's stories and love to know about history of where things came from. Me and Kit both.
We're like history nerds, yeah.
Like we need to know the origins.
Because we need to know why. Yes.
And growing up, my mom would tell me anything just because. And I would just blindly go, okay.
No, I was just so mad. I'm like, why? And she's like, because I told you. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because sometimes my mom would be like, she didn't know because the elders in her family just said, just because, and you're just obedient and you go, okay. And then
that's what parents would say.
We came along and then we go, why? And she goes, just because. And we went, okay. But when we questioned it, she goes, sometimes she wouldn't have an answer. It would just be just because. I
would just like start researching it on my own, and then I would have a lot more questions, and then I would go down the rabbit hole. And so I think this is why we are the way that we are.
We're just curious beings.
We're very curious. Yeah. And another one of curiosity kills the cat.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Right. I love this, and I love this episode. But we hope that you guys share. Stay tuned, and comment, DM us, whatever your superstitions are. We'd love to hear. We might make a part 2 if you guys share.
Oh yeah, if you have some more to share, we can do a part 2 of it. We'd love to know more. Yes. And don't forget, guys, to follow us over on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and of course here on Spotify.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.